everyone, this is the Bearded Zeno. This is going to be my impressions on the Battlefield Hardline Beta. And I've already put up 3 gameplay videos of this for each of the game modes, but I haven't really expressed what I think about the beta itself. And first off the bat, I want to say that I am a really huge Battlefield fan. I love the franchise. 4, we all know how 4 turned out. It was a rush, buggy mess. And after the first beta that they had for this back around E3 last year, it was looking to shape up to be just a reskinned Battlefield 4, and that was fine. You know what? I was okay with that decision, but I wasn't entirely happy with it. I'm like, oh, they could have done something better with this, and I wasn't the only one who felt like that, and it seems that they really took our feedback to heart and really changed the game. Now, it's nothing drastic. It still feels like Battlefield, and quite honestly, it doesn't feel like Battlefield 4 anymore. It feels like Battlefield 3, and even kind of looks like Battlefield 3. But, you know, that at the end of the day, I mean, the visuals don't really matter, and I will say it looks like it might be on par with Battlefield 4, but I'm not quite sure. In photos and still images and stuff, it looks pretty bad. It looks like just straight up Battlefield 3. But when you're playing it, when it's in motion, to my eye, it looks like Battlefield 4, you know? But when I rewatch my footage, it doesn't look as great as it does when I'm playing it live. So I don't know, that's some kind of weird issue. It looks fine when you're playing, that's what I'm trying to say. But it really does remind me of Battlefield 3. And, you know, that's not a bad thing, because I sunk over 1,000 hours on Xbox 360 in Battlefield 3. So, yeah, I really like Battlefield 3. The question is, really, does it differentiate itself from the other installments? And yes, it does, except for when you're playing Conquest mode, because, you know, Conquest mode is, you know, the de facto Battlefield mode. I mean, that's when Battlefield is Battlefield when you're playing Conquest. And while it does still feel slightly unique when you're playing Conquest in Battlefield Hardline, you can still tell that it's just a reskinned Battlefield. Where this game shines, where this game is amazing, are the modes that are designed specifically for the Cops and Robbers theme. Heist mode, for example, which is what you're seeing right now in the gameplay. Oh man, this is so fun. I think this is where it's at. This is the de facto mode for Battlefield Hardline. It's like payday multiplayer. That's what it feels like. And it's so much fun to actually play this mode. I will say though, on the map that you're seeing right now, it is pretty damn easy for the crooks to actually spawn fuck. You know, that's the term that, you know, the Battlefield fans know, or spawn trap. Let's just say it in the polite way. It's really easy for the crooks to spawn trap the cops. You'll see where the B drop point's at later in this video. That is right where the cops spawn, and I've been on both sides of it, and it's not fun either way. Guys, spawn trapping's never fun. Just don't do it ever. It ruins the game. And really and truly, there's an easy way to fix this, Visceral, and that is once it starts happening, once you detect that all the crooks are ganging up on the police in that one little area, all you've got to do is give them a separate spawn point, a second spawn point. Hell, give each team 2 spawn points on the map. I think that's what you should do, at least. Once the bank vault is cracked open, it doesn't really matter anyways. So I say give 2 spawn points to each team. That way it's a lot easier for them to get out of spawn trapping. I mean, that's just my 2 cents on that, but oh well, you know, I really hate spawn trapping. The weapons and everything, they make sense for a cop or a SWAT team to be wielding, and I love the gadgets that they have with it, like the grappling hook. That is so much fun. And the zipline is fantastic, and it fits within the world. I mean, just basically being able to recreate the zipline scene from the beginning of The Dark Knight, I mean, come on, that's awesome. That's really cool, and I like that. Another concern I have about this game is the battle packs, and they seem to be set up for microtransactions, and I'm worried that's going to break the game once they do add the microtransactions, because we know this is EA. Where it looks like they're going to add microtransactions, they probably are going to add microtransactions. You can buy battle packs with in-game currency, and I'm just wondering if they're going to go with the GTA route and have cash packs, where you can buy like $100,000 and basically cheat your way and buy whatever weapon you want. I don't think that should be in the game. Honestly, I don't. And that's one fear that I have about this game, and that they're going to add microtransactions into that, but oh well. That's no big deal. I mean, we definitely ignore them, and they don't seem like they're going to be that evasive, and they'll probably add them once all the people who got the game at launch anyways are going to have a lot of the good stuff unlocked, so it doesn't really matter, I don't think. But I'm just worried they're going to add microtransactions into this, and I fear that that will break the game. But I will say that the maps are nicely designed. They look very pretty. I love the way that they're laid out. They feel like actual cities. The one thing that does stand out about the Conquest map is that it's a small town that's followed by a subdivision, and you can go in every single building, and every single building is furnished. That is awesome. That is really cool, and I love that that is in the game. And I'll say that the Conquest map, Dust Bowl, really does feel like a battleground. It feels like you could see Cops and Crooks fighting there. I feel it's really nicely designed, and I love the way it looks. It's just like you can go in a diner, for God's sakes, and have a shootout. That's cool. That is just fantastic. But there is another standout mode besides Heist, and that is Hotwire. And I'm sure by now you're going to be seeing gameplay of it. And basically, Hotwire is Fast and Furious, the video game. If Heist mode was Heat, the video game, then this is Fast and Furious, the video game. It is so much fun to play. Nearly the entire match you are just driving around in a high-speed muscle car. You're screeching around turns with your teammate, shooting rockets or grenades out the side window at other cars, trying to defend you. It is just so much fun. When you really look at it, it's just Conquest mode with movable control points. But that's cool. That is really cool, and I love the way the game plays. That game mode is fantastic, and I'm definitely going to be switching back between Heist and Hotwire a lot while playing the game, and I absolutely cannot fucking wait to play these modes on more maps. I think it's going to be fantastic. Something that's also really cool is that when you handcuff or taser a enemy player, you can interrogate them and ask them where their enemy teammates are, and they all show up on the radar for a brief period of time. That is really cool. That is something that you can really only do with Cops and Crooks, and I love that they added that into the game. There are so many just little attention to details that truly goes with the Cops and Crook theme, and I really do appreciate that, and I love where this game is going. I almost kind of wish they could have dropped the Battlefield name and made this something entirely different. But hey, if we get a Battlefield game that's Cops and Crooks and it plays fine, I'm not gonna complain. I'm not. Now, obviously, the big outlier here is the story. There is no story missions whatsoever in the beta. It's just a multiplayer beta. So that is the untested element of Battlefield Hardline, and I have faith in Visceral because they've crafted 3 amazing Dead Space games, and I really love those games. And they also did Dante's Inferno, and I like that game as well. So I'm really, really eager to see how this story turns out, and I hope it's good. I hope it's really good. I hope it's the best part of the game, honestly. But if it's not, then seems like it's still going to be worth your $60 just for the multiplayer. And usually that's where your time is, and that's where the money is spent on Battlefield anyways, so I don't think that matters. So as a very strong Battlefield fan, I say definitely download the beta and try it if you can. It's very fun. I'm not sure if it would be for everyone, but it's definitely got an interesting theme, and I think this theme will actually draw in new players, people who have never played a Battlefield game before. It's like, oh, dude, it's Cops and Crooks? Hell yeah, I'll download it. It's Payday multiplayer? Fuck yeah, I'll buy it. I guarantee you that's what a lot of people's mentality will be like, and I think they're going to bring a lot of new Battlefield fans to this, and I think that's going to be great. I really do. So overall, I'm really ecstatic for the actual release of Battlefield Hardline, and I hope it really does live up to this beta, because this beta is fantastic. And while it does still have some bugs, which is standard for any game nowadays, and especially a Battlefield game, I'll say that it definitely feels like it's the most polished Battlefield we've had in a while, at least in beta form. I mean, this is technically a demo anyways. I remember Battlefield 3 being more buggy than this, so I feel like they've got it down a little bit, and there's still some of those classic bugs like people scooting on the ground, or the weird stretchy man glitch. Those are there. I've seen those. They're really crazy, but other than that, I don't see any game-breaking glitches. I mean, the netcode is still kind of shit from time to time. There's some lag spikes, but it's nothing too bad, nothing too bad at all. So honestly, if they just polish it up a little bit more, maybe improve the visuals in the final release, just saying, I could definitely recommend picking up of the beta. I think, at least I am, and I can't wait to pick this game up. Honestly, I hope it really does live up to this. Now, I'm not gonna say you guys go out and buy this game off my recommendation off of beta, but I will say that I greatly enjoyed it, and it's gonna make me buy the game. So, if you greatly enjoy it, why not buy the game as well? I mean, it can't. I think if there were any major issues, that they would show up right now while the game is in beta form. So hopefully there won't be any major surprises on launch date. And hopefully this game actually does turn out to be as amazing as this beta, because I can't get enough of it. So hopefully you enjoy the gameplay in the background. Hopefully you agree with me. If not, then just drop in the comments why you disagree with me. And I'll see you in the next video.